guys, welcome back to our channel.
We've decided to do a short video just explaining to you guys a little bit about what we've packed, what we've had to do in preparation for our journey into Africa. So it's just going to be a short little video explaining everything about that, and yeah, everything behind us is what we've had to pack for the journey.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't easy. We have done a backpacking trip for about a month in Thailand before, but this proved way more difficult. I've had to reduce my clothes a lot.
Yeah, and when we looked on the internet, we didn't find too much information about backpacking in Africa. There is some information just about traveling in Africa. So we thought it might just help someone else, putting this information out might just help someone else out there.
So we'll start off with what we've packed behind us, and then we will go also into detail about exactly what we've packed in first aid, what other preparations we've had to do.
Insurance-wise as well.
In vaccinations, all that sort of thing. So we'll start off with the packing. We did try to film this the other evening, but we're interrupted by an intense hailstorm.
Quite a hectic storm.
Recent update once we have packed properly, before we leave. Yo, look at this! It's literally like snow. So we're gonna try again. The lighting seems a bit better now. Alright, buddy, let's see what you've packed.
Okay, so as you can see, all our clothes are packed in packing cubes. This is a little trick that we learned while we were packing for Thailand. It just keeps your backpack a little bit neater. As you also see on your travels, it's hard to keep a bag neat if you're living out of a bag, so we use these. It is quite light what we've packed. I only have 7 shirts, 4 pairs of pants, a couple pairs of socks, 1 or 2 tops just for working in while we doing the workaways. I've got a rain jacket which we think will definitely come in handy, multi-tool. We have binoculars. We're hoping to do some game viewing, some birding, so those will definitely come in handy. We have 2 first aid kits, small first aid kits, so we'll open them up just now just to give you an idea of what we have in there. We have some ponchos just in case we get caught in a storm and we need to get something out quick just to keep us dry. Then we did go see a travel doctor just about getting a rapid malaria test, just in case we show any symptoms, then we're able to test ourselves and know whether we've got malaria. We do have malaria tablets, a malaria treatment, and then some broad spectrum antibiotics. We've got a couple masks that we've packed as well, just in case they might come in handy,
especially for the bus trips and the other public transport.
Yeah, so and then we keep 2 files that we always keep with us. We just keep all kinds of documents, copies of IDs, copies of passports, birth certificates. You never know what you're going to need or when you'll need them. Crossing borders, someone might ask about them. And then we keep a small travel file where we have
passports and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we have a power bank, head torches. This is also a more sturdy poncho, like a rain jacket type. This is a waterproof cover for our backpack. Lance also has one. And then what else haven't you done? This is Lance's shaving equipment, as I'll be doing his haircuts in Africa. These are just some thank you key rings for the hosts that we stay with or get lifts with anyone. We've got 3 types of games that will probably come in handy when we are waiting around in lines for transport. Then we've got Peaceful Sleep, lots of this. We've got the spray and the stick one. Got some sun creams, some dry shampoo if I'm not able to do showers, some sanitizer. My 2 pairs of shoes I packed were tackies and hiking sandals. Got our Bible and journal. We're going to plan to take a journal diary entry every day. Then my clothes are over here, also in packing cubes. I have 2 pairs of flowy pants, 2 pairs of tights, about 4 comfy shorts. I have 2 dresses, 1 long one in case I have to cover my knees for any cultural reasons. And then I've got about 7, 8 shirts, some tight vests, some loose flowy ones. And then I've got 2 sarongs as well. And then obviously my bikinis, if you know me well, like I have to take my bikinis with. And then over here, these are also just toiletries in both these bags. These are our everyday toothbrushes, deodorants, that type of thing.
Yeah, and it's a necessity to have a waterproof bag in your bag, just so that if anything were to pop or leak, you don't have, it could be shampoo or soaps or whatever, or leaking into your bag. So it's definitely a must having it in something that's just going to contain it if it were to pop or spill.
Exactly. So in this one, we have our bars of soap in little containers so that once we've used it, it can stay contained. We've got laundry, soap, we've got a body wash, and then I've got a face wash as well. We've got wet wipes, earbuds, baby powder, and our shampoo and conditioner in this bag. And yeah, and then over here we've just got a day pack. It's also a waterproof bag, so if we ever go on a hike or do a water sport activity, we've got a waterproof bag just to put our towels in.
Yeah, it's a 15-liter waterproof bag. It's just enough to put a couple water bottles in, some towels, and yeah, nothing too big or nothing too serious.
Yeah, so it's
just for a nice little short day trip.
So that's that. And then our towels we're taking are just these 2 quick dry, I don't know, they're just quick dry towels. So we're going to use them for both bathing and if we're at a swimming pool or at the beach, we'll use these because they really are nice and quick. And then that looks like pretty much everything.
Yeah, so it is
our 2 water bottles from Lizard. These are incredible. I honestly can't recommend these enough. We bought them just to test them out. Well, actually we got them as a Christmas gift. And honestly, we will put ice in them before we go to bed and we wake up and the ice is still inside. They keep things so nice and cold as well as warm. So I think these will come in handy on our trip. So I really think that's all.
Yeah, so it is a lot of stuff, but we are going on a 7-month trip backpacking, which is a lot, but hopefully, this isn't going to be too much or we haven't overpacked. But while we're on our travels, we'll learn what
we're missing anything.
So these here are our 2 bags that we're taking. So the blue one is Skylar's. It's a 60-liter K-Way backpack. And then the red one is mine, which is an 85-liter backpack.
So this is what we took on our trip to Thailand as well. And they seem to be enough. They weren't too heavy to carry. Lance's was not packed to the brim when we went there, so it will be slightly different now. But yeah, these are the bags we're going to be living out of.
Yeah, so when we weighed them, we packed them and weighed them. Mine was coming in at 23 kgs, so we might just try lighten it ever so slightly. But Sky's came in at 16 kgs.
But that's fine because, on an airplane, you're allowed to take up to 23. So we should be fine. And then the buses and all of that sort of thing are the same. So yeah, we shouldn't have a problem. Okay, so let's start with the first aid kit. We have 2 separate bags. We've split it between medicines and bandages and plasters and things for injuries. So I'm going to first go through the medicine box or bag for you. So we have all sorts of tablets. We have taken them out of their boxes, but we have written, if it doesn't say what it's for, we've written it on each one. So this one, for example, says motion sickness. So we have your basics like anti-inflammatories, we've got Spasmed, we have things for flu like Sinutab, Corenza, anti-nausea, we've got your painkillers, for anti-diarrhea, so things for if you have a runny tummy. We've got some rehydrates, normal Panados, we have anti-inflammatory spray and patches as well. And then on this side we've got the ointment, so Fusidin, Betadine, something for rashes, and some more duplicates of the other tablets. And then across on this side we have more like the plasters and bandages. So all the plasters are in there. We've got some alcohol swabs, burn shield might come in handy, some your scissors, Zambuck, those sort of things. We have got a CPR mask. Hopefully that never comes in handy. Hopefully we never have to use it, And asthma pump. Then this side we have Vicks. It's nice for a chest rub if you have a cough or a tight chest. We've got a crepe bandage. This is also a sports bandage, as well as this one, to keep any sprained ankles nice and tight so that it stays contained. And then we've just got your swabs and other bandages with some Dettol as well to keep any injuries clean. And then we also have all the malaria things that Lance mentioned. We did go to the doctor, and so he has prescribed us about a month each of the malaria tablets for prevention. So we'll take those probably in the main red zone of malaria. And then we do have some other homeopathic malaria things. We do know that it's obviously not 100% guarantee, but we are going to take that instead of taking malaria tablets for 7 months straight. And then if we do have any symptoms, we have 4 rapid test kits, so we'll just test ourselves. If we have malaria, then we have a 4-day course of a malaria treatment that will buy us time to get to a doctor. So yeah, for those of you that are nervous about malaria in Africa, there are ways to prevent it and treat it so that you're not left like scared and alone, and you will be able to get to a doctor in time. So that's what we've packed for the first aid. I hope that helps. Basic, but I think enough to get us through to be able to get to a doctor if it's more serious. Alright, so for insurance, we are covered by Discovery here in South Africa on a hospital plan, and they do offer a 90-day complimentary travel insurance package, but we couldn't extend that, so we had to obviously find another insurance company that will cover us for the rest of our trip through Africa. We decided to go with Bright Insurance as they were the most comprehensive, and they covered hazardous activities and everything throughout all the countries in Africa, as well as an evacuation flight back to South Africa if anything terrible were to happen. And in that case, our Discovery Hospital plan would then kick in when we were back. So that's all sorted, and the other thing we had to make sure was sorted out was our valuables. So we've managed to insure those through another company as well. And then lastly, I wanted to also touch on any vaccinations that you have to get. So for Africa, yellow fever is required. Normally you should only get a yellow fever once in your lifetime, but the hotspots in Africa, they require it every 10 years. So although I had one in 2011, I just got another one in case. And because Kenya does require you to have one every 10 years. And then the other one the doctor recommended us to get was the typhoid vaccination because of dirty waters and other waterborne diseases. So we decided to get that as well. Lance had recently gotten a tetanus shot, so I made sure just to get a booster of mine as well. But yeah, that's all we have had to get, and we are all sorted.